Hey everyone, my name is Noah Mian on the Arc of Truth, and today I'm actually going to be looking at what's been happening with the mainstream media lately, especially concerning what Trump said, and also with the Santa Fe shooting. And I'm not just going to be talking, when I'm saying the mainstream media, I'm not just talking about like CNN, MSNBC, those kinds of networks, but also entertainment networks like the Jimmy Kimmel Show and so a few others. So a lot of crap has been going on, especially with the mainstream media, over this whole everything politicizing and just trying to put past their own agenda. That is what's been going on, and you can see this because on Wednesday, Trump said about MS-13 that they were animals. He literally said that, and it was very specific that the sheriff who was talking to Trump and asking questions was actually talking about MS-13, not illegal immigrants, not any immigrant in general, just MS-13. And he said they were animals, though in my personal opinion, I say they're lower than animals, because I think even animals have a sort of some sense of morality than these guys. I mean, these guys make ISIS look weak when being compared to the terrorist organization. And then the next day, on Thursday, we have the media just say that, oh, he's referring to undocumented immigrants, despite the fact that, obviously, this is about MS-13, not undocumented immigrants, not illegals in any way, just this category. And I'm pretty sure that the majority of the illegals, even though a lot of them have committed crimes, have not gone so far as this. I'm pretty sure about that. And it's really insulting to see this coming from the media, because they've been constantly defending a lot of these groups that President Trump attacks, and it's common sense to obviously be against these groups. I mean, MS-13, a cartel gang that's committed many murders and has brutally killed people. I even heard of a comment saying that a rival gang member's girlfriend was murdered. And basically, she was pregnant at the time, like 8 months pregnant. And they also they aimed actually at her own womb. They stabbed her multiple times, killing both her and her child. That is how grotesque these people are. And I've heard even more rumors about them actually pulling hearts out of people who are still alive. I don't know if that's true, but it wouldn't surprise me in any way. Especially with MS-13's their own reputation. Now, to think that the media is actually supporting these people, it's just completely moronic at this point. Completely moronic. This is the equivalent of that time when President Trump was with Shinzo Abe, who they were both at the time feeding kamoi fish. I don't know what they were called, but they claimed that Trump became very insulting towards the prime minister for throwing all of the fish food to the fish. But in fact, that didn't really happen because, well, the Prime Minister did pretty much the same thing, and Trump only followed him. That only proves my own point. This shows so much of the mainstream media's complete lack of their own without their own withholding of the truth. That's the best way I can put it. They only care about ratings. In fact, Ben Shapiro actually put this out better than I could ever have. He talked about that the time when Hamas was actually protesting very violently over the fact that the United States finally moved its embassy to Jerusalem. Again, I support that, but but there were a few people that were killed, and it turns out, and even Hamas admitted to this, that at least 53 of the 62 people that died during those riots were actually Hamas agents, terrorists. And yet the mainstream media does not report that, just to make President Trump look bad. It's really stupid. Sometimes I don't understand these people. I really don't. I mean, I get that you have different political positions. That's obvious, but to go so far as to do this? I don't understand how that would be a common thing amongst the mainstream media. I don't understand at all. Are they potentially wanting the president to fail? Well, that's a rhetorical question, but still. Now, I bring this up because there was a few things that I recall about the Santa Fe shooting that occurred 3 days ago. As you already know, there was already 10 people that were murdered as a result of a gunman. Now, before I get into that topic, I want to say I am so sorry for anyone who's been affected by this tragedy. I am so sorry. And to all the victims, I pray that you are in peace, are at peace. I really do. But to continue on, they continually push this this whole agenda-driven thing. I'm not just with the CNN or those kinds of networks, but with entertainment networks like Jimmy Kimmel, like I said earlier. While CNN's Don Lemon has been basically saying, "Oh, when are we gonna ever listen to these people?" CNN just goes off on the President of the United States, on the NRA, and on politicians that are pro-gun rights. In the most insulting way possible, like saying that it's always gonna be our fault. Despite the fact that there was no AR-15 that was used, only a revolver and a shotgun, which, by the way, this guy actually stole from his own father. They were owned legally, but they were stolen by his own son. That's what happened. Not that he got an AR-15, not that he decided to buy it from a nearby store. No! That's not what happened. I'm sorry, but that's not the case. And I find it disturbing how the mainstream media is going about this. That they are constantly trying to push a narrative. That is very disturbing, because they constantly claim that President Trump, because of his supposed Russian collusion, and yeah, I'm bringing this up, but this is important, they claim that his connection with the Russians is linked to the downfall of the Republic. That's pretty ironic, because isn't that what the media's doing without really labeling the truth? Because they're causing events just for their own personal gain? Or how about the fact that they only care about ratings? And not really basically the truth. They just say go F yourselves to everybody. Probably even their own fans, the liberals, or other leftists. This is the same thing that has happened before, though. You can recall back during the Spanish-American War, which one of my uncles actually served in, or well, my third great granduncle, he actually served in that war. But anyway, The reason that war was started was because of yellow journalism. They claimed that the Spanish actually attacked the USS Maine, which was not exactly a dreadnought, but it was a vessel of the United States Navy in the harbor of Havana. Despite the fact that evidence shows that it was probably an accident, that maybe the boiler just went off by accident. Again, without the truth, how are we supposed to know what is right and what is wrong? That is the main problem here, and that's what would actually cause the downfall of this republic. Because isn't the media supposed to be focused on the truth? I mean, I understand that you guys have your own political beliefs, but isn't it fair that you get both sides and actually get more in depth into the situation to try to get to the very root of the problem? Isn't that what should be happening instead of just coming to immediate conclusions just because you have your own narrative and political bias? No, that shouldn't be it, because that inevitably would lead to constant destruction of truth in our own institutions, and thus would actually would help unravel the republic. That is the problem. That is the problem that these media networks are actually causing, and they don't see it. That is a big problem. Hopefully in the future, this could change, but I don't see that happening anytime soon, especially with Don Lemon, Anderson Cooper, that lesbian woman from MSNBC, and a lot of others. Unless they actually open their eyes, get more in depth, look into both sides of the story, then the republic would continue to collapse if they don't do this. And their own institutions, our own beliefs that we have set up in the American government and in this republic in general would collapse because of that lack of truth and that lack of trust. My name is Noah Meehan on the Arc of Truth. Please post your comments down below, subscribe, share this video, and of course like it.